The Ahmedabad bench of the NCLT has completed hearing on the maintainability of Ruya's offer for Essar Steel. The tribunal has given the respondents a week to make their submissions and is expected to pass an order on the offer before the 31st of January. Our colleague Ritu Singh, who's been tracking this case, joins us with the details of the hearing. Ritu.
A long day at NCLT Ahmedabad in the Essar Steel insolvency case, where we saw both the sides arguing, one from, of course, the ArcelorMittal Council and the Resolution Professional, and also, the Council for Essar Steel Promoters, that is Essar Steel Asia Holdings, to withdraw the company from insolvency proceedings. First, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, appearing on behalf of ArcelorMittal, argued that the court must look at this case within the parameters set by the Supreme Court order dated the 4th of October, and Essar Steel Asia Holdings was never a party to that order, and therefore they should not be made a party at this stage. Several days, and in fact more than a year after the case had commenced, they said 12A or withdrawing the company from insolvency under 12A is not applicable at this point of time because the commercial process has begun, and IBC also eliminates the right of redemption for Essar Steel shareholders at this point of time. That is not applicable to this case. The Resolution Professional Council also added to this, saying yes, Essar Steel Promoters had made the first offer in April 2018 for debt restructuring, which was rejected by the lenders. Once again, in July 2018, that offer was rejected. And when Supreme Court gave New Metal, in which Ruyas were a part of the consortium, a chance to clear the dues, they failed to do so, and therefore ArcelorMittal is the highest and the winning bidder declared by the COC, and that is something they wanted the court to consider. Now, the court has said that the arguments, of course, in this case have concluded. They will pass an order on the maintainability of the Essar Steel Asia offer before the 31st of January, after which, they will start the hearing in the other and more important matter, which is the offer that has been selected by the lenders, and that is from ArcelorMittal. And the court has also given a week's time to all the parties to submit their written responses, and also time for the creditors to make any objections, if at all, because no more pleas will be entertained by the NCLT after the 31st of January.
Thank you, Ritu, for that update. But India's banking sector has been struggling with the burden of ballooning bad loans, resulting in the imposition of strict restrictions that have made growth a valuable commodity. But one bank, and a relatively new one at that, has managed to largely escape these harrowing experiences. CNBC TV 18's Ritu Singh tells us why IndusInd Bank is in the running for the CNBC TV 18's India Business Leader Award as Outstanding Company of the Year.
Of the 10 banks that were given a license in the early 90s, only half have survived. But even those have had to depend on the backing of established institutions. IndusInd Bank, in stark contrast, has not. This bank has not only survived over the years, but thrived. With over 1,400 branches and 2,300 ATMs spread across the country and a global presence through offices in London, Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Since the start of its operations in 1994, the bank has grown on all fronts. Its loan book, for instance, has grown to 1,63,000 crore rupees, registering a jump of over 32% over the previous year. Its strategy over the last decade or so of focusing on corporate sector lending but steering clear of riskier sectors like roads, infrastructure and power generation has helped. That's a large reason for its gross bad loans being contained at around 1% and net NPAs coming in below 0.5%. Even in the auto loan space, despite carrying the legacy of Ashok Leyland Finance, which it absorbed in 2003, IndusInd Bank has kept its focus on the lower risk segments like commercial vehicles, tractors and equipment financing. And so, while many of its peers grapple with slowing growth and weak balance sheets, IndusInd Bank is well poised to accelerate its growth rate, making it one of the contenders for the crown of the Outstanding Company of the Year at the CNBC TV 18 India Business Leader Awards 2018.